Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge Save with Siena. We've just had our January transfer window come and go, and we have let a load of players go out on loan. I'm going to go over those very quickly before we go over the games we've had as of late. The first player we let out on loan was Antonio Castelluzzo, and honestly, he needs first team football. We were given an opportunity to send him out to a team that will give him first team football, and hopefully he can develop quite nicely. Yes, he hasn't got the potential to really improve much anymore, but I'm still going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's 18 still, he's very young. I think he can still improve. Whether or not he actually does, I don't know. But he's worth 250 grand. Hopefully, with the 4-year deal left in his contract, he can definitely improve before the end of his contract is over. The next person we sent out on loan was Giuseppe Maioni, and he's now out to Padone, and he's already got 4 goals in 4 games for the team, so I think this might have been a good move for him. He's only good enough for Liga Pro, but given that he is signed for a team that was in the relegation zone and still are in the relegation zone when he joined, and he has helped them get points, it's good. Unfortunately for him, in his format, he's only seen 4 points, so whether or not they can get out of the relegation zone remains to be seen. Unlike Castelluzzo, who's in a promotion fight to try and get promoted to Serie B, it's not so pretty for Maioni. The next person we sent out on loan was Ruben, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think he's has a future for us. He's got 2 years left in his deal, well, a year and a half left in his deal. He's unambitious, he's only a Liga Pro player who can only become as good as a Serie B player. I don't see him sticking with us in the long term, and if he does stick around, then he's done pretty well to stay around for that long, but he's just not good enough for the team, and the fact he was able to go out on loan is good for us, and yeah, hopefully he can get some game time and develop there. He's already had 4 games from him and 2 assists for a team that is trying to avoid relegation and trying to get in the top 4, actually. It's actually more likely to try to get in the top 10, so yeah, hopefully he can get there. The team he's playing for were 3rd last year, so something to work towards, I suppose. So the first of 2 players that were sent on loan to Pisa, this is Alfredo Carrero, who I actually did give an appearance to last season, or this season I should say. I think I gave him an appearance on the debut. Yeah, he's already played 2 times for me, and they're both starts, so it's not like I didn't have plans for him. He didn't do very well for me in the games we played him in, and they're both games we lost at the beginning of the season, so you can see why I've not really played him since. But still, he's out on loan to Pisa. He's played twice for them. He's done okay. And given that Pisa are also a team that are in Serie B and looking to avoid relegation, it's a good place for him to go because it means that he can get some first team experience with a team that is struggling. He's only 17, yes. He's got low self-belief, which is not a good thing to have, but he's also only a Liga Pro player, so hopefully he can get some game time and develop. It's the same thing I'm hoping for with Lorenzo Lostiero, who's also played twice since he joined them on loan, and I think he's okay. He's not going to be amazing for me right now, but if he can get the game time and develop, then that's a good sign indeed for him. It's kind of like Roberto Novello, unfortunately. He's not going to be good enough for us anymore, and I might need to sell him actually looking at this because, you know, while he's resolute, he's not got a lot of potential anymore, and if we can get a deal for him, then that's great. It's just he's probably on too much money right now for people to want to go for him, which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do? So I've sent Basanti out on loan again for the first time in a year and a bit. He actually wanted to go out on loan, and then he was happy with the game time he was getting, but I thought, you know what, I'm still going to send you out on loan. He's only played a cup game in the Coppa Italia, which annoys me since, you know, I wanted to be in that competition, yet he's not in this anymore. But honestly, he's at a place that we've been to a few times. He was sent on loan to Academica twice, and he's had a few loan spells, but yeah, this year he had 5 games. They all came from the bench, admittedly, but he was happy with the game time we're getting him. But I thought, you know what? He wanted to go on loan. I'm going to send him out on loan. And Comanches are the team that he got to call. So it was a good move. Yes, we probably could use him in the first team. But honestly, he's 29. He's not going to improve. It made sense to send him to a Serie B team who needs his help, quite frankly. Given that they are mid-table, it's not a bad thing to go to, really, is it? It's also where Zocchi has gone to, and yes, Zocchi is a player I have very high hopes for, and given that he's only 18, he's already considered to be a Serie B player at worst, and has potential to be the best player in our defense. and maybe as good as Claudia Polino, this is a good move for him. And if he can develop and get the game time he needs, which he's already getting, he got a goal on his debut for goodness sake, then surely that's a good sign. Admittedly, they did lose to Vicenza, who are not a bad team. Okay, they were in a relegation fight, but they're not terrible enough to make me think, well, that's a bad performance. But yeah, this team, I have hopes that they can give us good first experience with the players, and it's good that we got the players go down low, isn't it? Anyway, let's now talk about the games that we've had since we last met. The first game we had was an AC Milan match at home, and we won 2-0. Mangoni gets the opening goal by Santi with the assist, and it was really well worked. So 1-0 here. Corello was actually injured, that's why he's on. And then this happened. Let's just say, John Abbott will not find an easier chance than this, quite frankly, and you would not find a better chance to punish the defender's mistake than that. That was in the 94th minute of the game. It made it 2-0, and AC Milan are struggling this year. And I can see why we're defending like that, quite frankly, because that was one of the worst mistakes I've ever seen. Good luck to them, really, good luck to them. We then hosted Juventus, and were 2-0 down inside 2 minutes thanks to this free kick, and I was thinking, oh my god, this is going to go bad, isn't it? Then it was 2-0 inside 25 minutes, and oh boy, Beckles is not going to miss a chance like that. What I wasn't expecting to happen was to get a goal back. Di Luigi finds Iferet, finds Di Luigi, plays in the middle. Paddy with a nice finish. Okay, 2-1. Chance maybe to get something out of this. Then we got the equalising goal. 2-2 here. And Viatina just proved to be an absolute nuisance. Places across to Finale, who just has a simple tap in. If he misses that, it's embarrassing. But that was the last goal, and we've drawn against Juventus at home, and we have 12 shots on target. Admittedly, you could say we were the better team. But that says it all. That we could say we were the better team than Juventus, and this formation is working. It actually works, and I've never been more delighted about it. I really haven't. We then took a Spal, who are ahead of us in the league, and we took the lead after Melpelli plays his ball across to Viatina, who has time and space to take the spot and shoot. Easy goal for him. Then Calandra scores a penalty to make it 2-0, so 49 minutes. Then we can see the goal. A goal back for Spal. It's Chacon, and oh dear, this is bad. 91st minute of the game this is. Papa plays it across. Middleton finds Milanelli, who has a very good shot. It's a very good goal, but it's a very annoying thing that we considered a last gasp equalizer at the end of the game, and we gave away a 2-goal lead. We did Juventus, literally what the Juventus did against us in the match before. Disappointed to say the least. We then took us to Sassuolo, and we got the only goal of the game. Isham finds Iferat, who is actually a nuisance, but he gets tackled. Viatina gets there first before the keeper does, and 1-0. That's all she wrote. That's all we need. 1 goal, and we were easily the better team here. If we hadn't won, I'd be slightly disappointed, but maybe we should probably have got a 2nd goal. I don't know. But either way, I'm happy with the goal, and we got all 3 points. We then took on Atalanta, and in 10 minutes, we were 1-0 up. Ishun goes forward, finds Iferet, who goes and scores his 2nd of the season, or I think his 2nd of the season. And then just 2 minutes later, Iferet's involved again. He gets through, somehow, scores without effort to 2-0 inside 12 minutes. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Then a minute later, Atalanta get a goal back. Law finds Puma, and Puna with the shot, and we really need to do better defensively with that. We really do. And in the 54th minute of the game, Atalanta equalise. That is one hell of a corner, by the way, but Blackman with the finish, 2-2. And then, literally a few minutes later, we're back in front. Melpale plays the ball across to find Mangoni, who scores, make it 3-2. And I was surprised we got that goal because we were down to 10 minutes, like 30 minutes. Yeah, this is a problem I'm starting to have. I think this is our 5th or 6th red card this season already, and it's only January. And that was a bad tackle for Di Luigi, and I have high hopes for the boy, and he's let me down there. He really has. And Di Luigi, please, 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 stop being an idiot. I don't want you to become the next Margiotta, who has let me down with 3 red cards this season. 3 red cards for Margiotta. I'm starting to hate Margiotta, and he's my player. I've all but given up on the hopes of getting an inverted wing back working. So MacLeod is no longer doing that role for me. And yeah, I think the MacLeod experiment has kind of ended, quite frankly. Also, DeLuigi's was really good. And it pains me to see him get sent off. He does dive into tackles, so maybe that's an issue that is not smart for him sometimes. MacLeod, on the other hand, I think I should really send him out on loan and maybe never play him as a wing back again. I feel bad because it's kind of good, but I need to really make him... I think what I'm going to do now is just make an inverted winger off here and just do that. I hate to do it, but I kind of have to give up on the whole thing of making him that inverted wingback. So, yeah, that experiment is over. We then went to Napoli and produced the shock of the season so far. We were 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. And you're going to see why it's a shock in a little bit because, well, the scoreline is going to blow your mind. We're then 2-0 up. A bot gets in. He cuts inside. Keeper doesn't really try much. And it's 2-0 inside 31 minutes. In the 80th minute in the game, we are 3-0 up. Ayalu finds Mangoni, who finds the back of the net. 3-0. And then in the 83rd minute game, we've somehow made it 4. Yes, we've just beaten Napoli 4-0 away from home. And I don't know where this came from. I don't know what we were doing. But I like it. And I'm very happy that that was the case. Because, quite frankly, that was our best performance today. And I've never seen us do this well in the league. Especially against a team who I consider to be one of the biggest teams in the division. I don't know where this came from. But quite frankly, I don't care. We won 4-0 against Napoli. So the table looks like this. We are currently in 5th place. 4 points behind Bologna with a game in hand on them. They have actually also lost their first game of the season. They lost to Roma. They've also won 12 and drawn 12. It's the reason why I generally believe we have a chance to catch them if we win against Cagliari today. And we also have a record to chase. If we go unbeaten today, we will break our record of unbeaten matches in a row. We've gone 13 games without defeat. If we go unbeaten today, it'll be 14 games in a row without defeat, which is great. There's also one more thing to me to be celebrating about. We are no longer a side that is so bad that we're on the bottom 3. We are progressing so much that our team is now considered to be the 14th best team in the division and not a relegation side. And when I say relegation side, I mean a side that is predicted to finish in the bottom 3 every single season. So, I think we're going very nicely indeed. I mean, look how tight this is. From 3rd to 11th, it's just 30 odds. The odds are just between the 20-1 to 50-1. I don't understand how that's the case, but I want to be involved in that at some point in the future because I think it's very interesting and I want to fight for it. But yes, good stuff here. Yes, I know AC Milan are in a relegation fight again. And I genuinely think that Torino might be able to catch them, or even catch Cagliari at least. And then it'll be AC Milan 1 point away from the relegation zone, along with Genoa. So, yeah, AC Milan, the relegation fight. Who would have seen that coming? They've got Sampdoria. They need to beat Sampdoria to get out of that. I mean, if we beat Cagliari, then that's just one of the things. Also, Spal just drew, so we are 4 points clear of them, even if we were to lose, for whatever reason. Atalanta have Napoli, so we need to do well. I genuinely believe we can beat our opponents today. I mean, if we don't beat them, that's slightly embarrassing. But I think we can win this game. And I genuinely believe we have all that it is needed to do well. And yeah, I'm just very excited for the game, really, because I think we have a lot of good things to come. I really do. Also, Corello's finally back, but he's only fit for 75 minutes. So I won't play him right now. He'll be getting first team football in the under-20s as well. So to get him match sharp. And I'm hopeful we can do well with this. Either way, let's see how we do against Cagliari. I know in my life we're going to lose this now, aren't we? But I hope it's not the case. I really do. Okay, we've got a throw. First minute of the game, which is nice. Calandra plays in the middle. Finds a ball. And I think he's trying to flick it onto Viatina, but Viatina was not aware that was happening. So, Vecini plays the ball forward. We get the ball back easily, which tells you a lot. And Calusi finds Polino. Here's Conte. And Ayalu the ball. Now Conte, Ayalu again. Polino, Conte. This is looking good. We're very much keeping the ball nicely. And here's John Abot, Ishan. And yeah, I'm very excited for what we can do with this, honestly. Ayalu Finds Calandra out wide to Viatina. Oh, what a ball to Melpali, by the way. Plays across to Viatina. He's missed that, and he normally would score, but that's a bad miss. Here we go. Goal kick, and we are going to hopefully get that first. We didn't, so that's slightly disappointing. But Mendes on the ball, and we need to get the ball back. Our home record is something else. I don't think we've been beaten since the Spal game at home, honestly, which is saying a lot. And that is a good finish from Oru. So, Roberto River has got the assist, but that is a very good finish. And I'm slightly disappointed, I'm not going to lie. I thought we could do better than this, but apparently we can't. So, let's encourage the players to not do this badly, okay? But honestly, the fact he's actually... who is that? No. Who's the defender? It's Calandra. Calandra doesn't keep track of him, and it allows him to have a shot. That's disappointing. They have a chance, and I don't want to go 2-0 down, because I'll be slightly disappointed if we did go 2 down. But Oru finds Sonny, or Son, and Ishan gets to block him, but here he is again, trying to play the middle. They have a chance, it's over. I think the Viatina miss is going to haunt me, because we should have taken it, and 9 times out of 10 would have taken it, but we didn't, and we're now in a position where we were 1-0 down. Ishan on the throw, finds Conte, here's Calandra, plays it back to Ishan, okay. And the ball forward to the Viatina didn't work. Alright, so, it's not our best moment, is it? But here it is, the opportunity. Mendes now on the ball. Plays the ball forward to River. And Di Luigi with a good tackle, but unfortunately River still got it, and he's still playing across, and it's 2-0, and Gallardo with the finish now. After going 13 games without defeat, this is not a good sign. We don't want to be doing this now, come on. Where's the ability that I know we have to do something about this? It's a good tackle, but unfortunately just gets more time and space. And then Gallardo's not really challenged by Polino, which is very surprising, but okay. We got a corner, I just berated the team for being rubbish, and Conte scores. Okay, it's his first goal of the season, and it's his first goal in a very long time. It's his 24th goal for the club, but I can't remember the last time he scored for me, but it's a good goal from a corner, and I've just berated the team, and hopefully we can do what we did against Juventus and get a 2-goal comeback again. That'd be nice. I just realised that Calgary have had just 2 shots on target, and they scored both of them. Okay, I've gone very attacking, they got a free kick now. This is no my luck, we're going to concede now, aren't we? Just add insult the injury. They're taking the time with this. They've gone back to their player, and Finale gets the ball back. Okay, counter-attack with Chorley is a chance to come on. Good play out wide. Mangoni's in. Mangoni have a chance. Can he score it? He's got the equaliser. We have escaped with a point here, it looks like. And the fact we have not gone and lost is great. Diego Di Luigi's got an injury though, and that's a bit a concern. But Finale with the assist. We couldn't get a counter-attack going. We knew we could get going, and the fact we got that goal means a lot. Now, if we can get a winner, I know it's very late in the day. I definitely want to get the winner, but it would be very nice if we could, and we're not going to get the winner. Sadly, it's only a draw, but it's still an unbeaten run, and that's a record broken for us. So good stuff, really, that we have avoided defeat here, really. The fact we had to rescue a draw is a little disappointing, but at the same time, I guess it could be a lot worse. We are still 3 points clear of Napoli, who will be behind us because of results between teams. So I guess it's not the end of the world. We are just 3 points behind Bologna, though. So is Champions League football possible? Let me know in the comments below what you think of that one, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it might be if we can keep this sort of film up. Yeah, he's out for 4 to 7 days, which is fine. But yeah. Oh, I tell you what, the fact that he got praise. 13 games unbeaten. This is how good we've been in the league this year. And I just don't know how on earth we've done it, but I'll take it either way. The fact that our run of form started with a 2-2 draw against Fiorentina when we came from 2-0 down to get a 2-2 draw. Nice, isn't it? It really is nice. Still, we are going to end things here. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. And if you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think we can do next. I want to know what you think we can do and where you think we can finish, because I think our best finish this year is 5th place in the series. Can we surpass that for the very first time this season? I'm curious, and I think we might be able to. But either way, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.